Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome to Let's Play Pool of Radiance. We're at the DOSBox screen. All I have to do is hit enter, and we should start loading the game. Pool of Radiance was the first of SSI's Gold Box series of computer role-playing games based on the first edition Dungeons & Dragons rules. Yeah, we had the title screen, credits. Now, the C64 version would have a demo similar to what you see on later games in the series. Doesn't seem to be one on the MS-DOS version. I'll try to provide a link in the description to that. That also has really nice intro music. But we are at the copy protection screen now. And so I have, besides a bad cough, a handy-dandy printout, courtesy of replacement docs, of every last possible position the code wheel can be in. There's also a way that you can print out just each part of the code wheel and assemble it together like a craft project, which is basically what I did for Curse of the Azure Bonds. But the one I tried assembling for Pool of Radiance, I just don't seem to have the holes lined up right. So, falling back on my replacement docs printout. And it looks like today's word is wyvern. There is supposed to be a way where you can hack the copy protection, which would be handy. I haven't tried learning how to do that yet, though. Now, I do have actually most of the characters I'm going to put in the party already created. Basically trying to recreate the party that you would have met in Curse. I'm doing this as a prequel, but I did save one character to create from scratch here, and we're going to make this our dwarf male fighter thief, because thief is the only character class that non-humans have unlimited advancement in. And dwarves have semi-decent advancement as fighters. At least they can get most of the way through Curse before they reach their level cap. We're going to make him lawful neutral, I think. Don't worry about what you roll up, because you can always change these statistics with modify character later on. So we'll just go ahead and keep this character. And let's name him Gimli. And now we can change this character portrait. This does not look like a dwarf to me. So let's change to something more or less dwarf looking. That might work. We might come back to that. Okay, a bald dwarf. That's even worse. I think we'll go to the dwarf with hair. Oh my. Some of these are very strange combinations. Yeah, we'll go with him. This is the only game that has character portraits. I mean, they're amusing. They're not really used that much. This looks kind of thief-like. I might go. Oh dear. Yes, it is possible to create cross-dressing characters. I think I'll go with the kind of thief-looking one. Okay, we'll keep that. And since this is a dwarf, they already gave him a shorter body figure for the combat icon, but we're going to change the colors because we've already rolled up all the other characters and we've already got somebody with these colors. So let's also give him a different weapon. I think the head's fine. Yeah. And you're basically just using keyboard commands here. Now, since he is a fighter dwarf, he can use a shield. But I don't think a flail would be his style. Actually, that might be okay. We'll keep that. Then I think we'll change the colors. Maybe body. That's probably not too bad. Okay. I don't know, maybe we can keep him as a red-headed dwarf. He doesn't have a shield, so let's go to arm. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. It's better. Okay, we'll keep that. And then let's change the second color. We'll go to body. You might remember in Curse of the Azure Bonds, we did change somebody's combat icon partway through. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. Now the leg. No, that would blend in too much with the background. Maybe that. Okay. This may not be exactly like the combat icon he had in Curse, but it'll be close enough. Okay, now we're going to add character to party. Yeah, it's basically the same people we had. We're just going to click, yeah, type A for add. And if we did that again, yeah, it wouldn't do anything. You would think maybe it would be a way to unselect, but yeah. Okay, now before we start adventure, we want to make sure we go through each of these and modify them to max their stacks. If you look at no, that's not it. Okay, press the right arrow key. and then up and down to change. With Pool of Radiance, even though you've got menus, everything it's done with like arrow keys or numeric keypad. It doesn't really have a way to use the mouse. Later games you do. Now, yeah, you increase the hit points to whatever their constitution allows. Okay, so we can keep that now. Then we move to the next one and modify. Yeah. Notice female human fighters could go up to 1850, male human go up to 1800. Most other things, the maximum's 18. Alright. And of course, non-fighters, the maximum for strength is just plain old 18. And if we had more non-human characters, which if you're not planning to take a party all the way through would make sense, we'd run into some racial maximums on their statistics. But since eventually we hope to have this party go all the way through to Pools of Darkness, we're going to create a mostly all-human party. With the exception of our thief. Now, you might also remember the starting parties that we created.
Avast virus database has been updated.
In Gateway to the Savage Frontier and Champions of Krynn, those actually started at level 2. Okay. Yeah, here's Gimli, our dwarf. His strength maxes out at 1899. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see if we can get the Manual of Bodily Health later on. That has some pretty interesting effects with somebody who's already got a 19 constitution like a dwarf. Okay, that's got everybody modified. But the Savage Frontier series and the Dragonlance games, we weren't quite so obsessed with having an all-human party. Because Savage Frontier series, it ends after only 2 games, so you don't really run into level caps until the end of Treasures, and not by much then, so it's not so critical. We're going to save position A. If you've just installed the game from scratch, you might not want to save there, just in case you want to use the pre-generated party in save position A. And of course, the Dragonlance games, they're a lot more forgiving on their level maximum, so you almost have to have some multi-class characters going all the way through all 3 games. Anyway, let's begin adventuring. So here we are at the docks. Greetings, courageous ones. I'm Rolf, appointed by the council to introduce newcomers to the fair city of Phlan. If you'll accompany me, I'll start the tour. And let's see if we've got our Tandy sound effects working. Of course, there's a vacuum cleaner going, so that might kind of drown things out. You now face an entrance to the Temple of Tyr. There are 3 temples in Phlan: Tyr's, Sune's, and Tempus. Tyr's is the largest and houses Bishop Brachio. If you'll turn around now, you'll see the entrance to the passenger dock area we just departed. Few ships dare the perilous passage here, but the council is developing a plan to open up the sea lanes. Please follow me. Okay. Behind these doors are the special training schools where adventurers increase their skills. Let us now go to the city's most important building. You know, I've noticed when guys play this game, they really would like the city's most important building to be a brothel. I don't know, as a female gamer, that had never occurred to me before I heard that on other people's LPs. To me, of course, the city's most important building would have to be the mall. But let's see what it really is. City Hall. We're just outside the City Hall. Proclamations are posted on these walls. Inside, the city clerk awards the council's commissions. Commissions are the quickest way to fame and fortune. And with fame and fortune, you can go shopping at the mall. On your right is one of the entrances to Sune's temple. As with all Phlan's temples, various clerical services are offered inside. On your left is an entrance to the city park. Beyond this gate are the monster-ridden areas of the old city. We are slowly preparing for settlement. The council offers a generous reward to those who clear areas of monsters. Our tour is ended. Again, let me urge you to apply to the city clerk for a commission. Goodbye and good fortune. You're on your own now. So, but obviously, we have no armor, no weapons. I mean, we're just in the clothes we wore on the boat getting here. So, I'm going to turn around and head back to the city hall. I might turn up the game volume. You are outside the city hall. The city clerk waits inside to award commissions. Okay, I've turned up the DOSBox volume a little bit, so we'll see if that helps. Proclamations are posted on the walls. In your journal, you note proclamations, let's see, 64, 78, 109, and 59. And if you go to the back of the Adventurer's Journal, they should have all of those written out. right next to the well, let's see. No, tavern tales are after the journal entries. Maybe it's just before the journal entries? Yeah, the proclamation's right before the journal entries. So, Proclamation 64. Be it known that the Council is interested in acquiring information as to the disposition of various formerly living entities rumored to be harassing honest citizens in the vicinity of Valhegan Graveyard. A reward is offered to any person who shall travel to said graveyard and return an eyewitness account. Well, that's something we'll have to do eventually, but I don't think we're ready for it yet. Okay, 78 is right next to that. Be it known that the Council is offering a reward to any person or persons who can provide information as to the disposition of several Council agents who have been sent to investigate the unseemly happenings in the vicinity of Valhegan Graveyard. It's like, we're not the first ones who've investigated there. The other guys have disappeared too. Ouch. Okay, 109. Be it known that the Council is offering an inducement to any individual who shall serve in the rescue force for the mercenary band of Taimalg the Invincible, which has disappeared inside Valhegan Graveyard. I think maybe he's not invincible anymore. Okay. And 59. Finally something we can do. Be it known that the Council is interested in reclaiming the remaining blocks of the city of New Phlan. To reclaim said blocks, they must be first cleared of monsters, vermin, and other uncivilized inhabitants. To this end, the Council is offering a reward to any person or group who is responsible for clearing any block of the old city. Okay, we're going to go inside the City Hall. You enter the City Hall. As you face down the hallway, yeah, it automatically turns you. You see a guarded door. You are outside the clerk's office. Guards posted around a door on the south wall watch you closely. At your entry, the council clerk begins looking through a stack of papers. Before I can offer any commissions, I must see if you're due a current reward. Yeah, we did not see her during Curse, but remember this lady, you're going to see her a lot in the other games in the series, too. The clerk shuffles through her papers. On the matter of commission, she says, I can offer the following. The slums immediately to our west need to be cleared of monsters. So-called Keep on Thorn Island must be cleared. The council is offering a reward for books, maps, tomes, etc., which provide useful information about Phlan before the fall. The reward is tied to the value of the information. These are all the commissions currently available. Okay, so now we need to get back out. And head back out. And basically at this point we need to go shopping. And then find a place for our spellcasters to memorize spells. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I can hear our footsteps at least. That's another one of the temples. And that should be an inn. Oh yeah, I tend to go to this shop a lot. It's pretty handy when I'm coming back from the city clerk's office. So I think actually this is a good point at which to end the recording. When we get back, we'll go shopping, rest up, and make our first foray into the slums. So we will see you then.